Welcome everybody. It's great to have you here and for our second session. My name is Rodrigo. I'm the Symposium chair, and it's a pleasure to be hosting the virtual symposium. And just to explain to everybody, the virtual symposium was created with the objective to have other scholars who could not attend the IFAMA World Conference. And the objective here is to create an engagement so everybody can share their research, discuss with other peers, and it's going to be a nice time. So this is our second session. So it's a pleasure again to have you all here, and I'm going to pass the space to Adoba so he can moderate the session and start the presentations. Okay, thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Rodrigo. My name is Edoba, and it's my pleasure to moderate this session. Our first presenter for today is Dhanya Jagadeesh. Jagadeesh is affiliated with, is it BA Isago University or is it BA Isago University in Botswana? A little bit about her. She was born in Kerala, India. She completed her secondary school education in India also, and she got a master's degree in economics from the University of Kerala, also in India. Just a minute. She has a bachelor's in economics and a bachelor's degree in education from Mahatma Gandhi University, India. And she got those in 2002 and 2006, respectively. She's been working as a lecturer in economics at BA Isago University in Botswana for the past 14 years. Other than that, she has worked with many other institutions in both India and Botswana. She's published several articles in peer-reviewed journals. Furthermore, she presented some of her findings from the thesis at the 57th and 58th annual conference held by the South African Society for Agricultural Extension in 2024 and 2025, respectively, and at the IBMA conference in 2025. Our research is situated in the field of international economics and ag economics with a special focus on crop productivity, drought management, climate-smart agricultural practices, and export diversification. So today she'll be presenting on the topic, assessing welfare implications of climate-smart irrigation technology in smallholder maize production in Botswana using a propensity score matching analytical framework. So it's my pleasure to invite Dhanya to present for the next few minutes. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, sir. Thank you for the nice introduction. And by the way, once again, I'm Dr. Dhanya Jagadeesh. I'm working at Isago University, Gaborone, Botswana. I will be presenting you the assessing welfare implications of climate-smart irrigation technology in smallholder maize production in Botswana using a propensity score matching analysis. This study stemmed out of my PhD thesis and is called by Professor Christian, Professor Letsole, and Professor Kobai. This presentation is outlined as follows. We start with introduction, followed by statement of problem, research objective, methodology, data analysis, result interpretation, and is concluded by recommendation and acknowledgement. Maize is one of the most important grain which is consumed and produced in Botswana, and it's a staple food for many of the people in the nation, and is forming the basis of many traditional dishes like papa and porridge. Its cultivation ensures food security and livelihood opportunities for many people in Botswana, especially in rural areas. It contributes to the agricultural sector's GDP and support local markets by marketing maize and maize-based product. Maize is deeply rooted in Botswana's cultural practices and traditions. Celebrations, rituals, community gatherings often featured maize-based food that is emphasizing its cultural importance in the nation. By increasing local maize production, Botswana can reduce dependence on maize import from neighboring countries, especially from South Africa, which is enhancing national food sovereignty, economic resilience, and food security in the nation. Problem statement: Botswana is predominantly an arid to semi-arid nation with unreliable rainfall and scarce water sources. The growing impact of climate change has negatively impacted on smallholder maize farmers in Botswana, leading to low yield, decreased income, and high levels of food security in the nation. Currently, Botswana only produces 20,000 tons of maize, while the national demand for the maize is 180 to 190,000 tons per year. Therefore, it continues to import about 170,000 metric tons of maize on annual basis from neighboring nations like South Africa. And currently, over 10% of its population facing food insecurity and nutrition problems. And in 163%, 3,000 people have been categorized as food insecure in the nation, according to the statistics released by European Union 2024. Hence, farmers has been advised to adopt climate-smart irrigation technologies, as it is one of the promising solution to agriculture water management, and the implementation of smart irrigation system like drip irrigation and sprinkler has the potential to minimize the total amount of water which is required for producing field crops. However, in the adoption of climate-smart irrigation technology in Botswana is still remain low. The objective for the study is to identify the characteristics of smallholder maize farmers in Botswana and to estimate the impact of climate-smart irrigation technologies in household income. Research methodology: the study conducted the research in 5 districts in Botswana, which is Central District, Wetland, Queening, Southern, and Southeast. And the primary and cross-sectional data collected from this region, about 271 smallholder maize farmers has been incorporated in the study, and the structured questionnaire was prepared in both English and Setswana language to accommodate the linguistic preference. We employed the trained enumerators who are familiar with the local farming system and proficient in local language, which is Setswana. The data collected is cleaned, coded, and input in the Excel sheet. Then further it's transferred to the Stata 18 for the data analysis. Objective 1, to profile the socio-economic characteristics of the farmers, we use the descriptive statistics, that's mainly mean and percentages. And objective to impact to estimate the impact of climate-smart irrigation technologies in welfare of the farmers, we use the propensity score matching model that implemented through the PSCO and PS match 2 commands in Stata version 18. Then estimation method that we use for the propensity score matching model, it is probit model and average treatment effect on treated. The main result of the study, it is indicated as follows. The research indicated that high gender inequality among the farming population and the technology adopters. As you can see from the data from the table that you can see, 55% of the male participant in the study and 45% of the female, only 45% of the female cooperated with the study. And if you look in the adopter category, you can see 80% of the 80% of the people who are adopted, they are male, while only 46% female population adopted the climate-smart irrigation technology. That indicates the gender inequality maybe is because of females are females are a bit reluctant to invest their money in the new things. Maybe that's the reason why this gender inequalities in adoption of climate-smart irrigation technologies. And if you look at the level of education, the majority of farm holders, they lack formal education, and for 17% of the people confirm that they don't have any formal education that they have attained. And the tertiary education, for only 50%, 15% of the people has attained that university education. Then looking into the access to the credit, 91% of the people confirmed that there is no access to credit, and for 56 people reported that there is no access to the market, and 92% of the people mentioned that they didn't get any type or any kind of training that is related to the adoption of climate-smart irrigation technologies. And finally, looking into the age, the skyscraper test that we have conducted earlier, it has indicated that 50%, 60% of the people are above 50 years old. And looking into the mean age of the adopters, they are 45 years old, and the mean age of the non-adopters are 56 or 56, 57 years old. That indicates that the Botswana's farming population is getting older, so that there is a need for encouraging the youth to incorporate in the farming for the adoption of irrigation technology. To test the second objective, the impact of climate-smart irrigation technologies in household income, we use the propensity score matching model because it deals with the selection bias and the co-founding biases. And the propensity score match model, it passes through 3 stages. The stage 1, we compute the propensity score that matches the propensity score, and using probit model. And in addition to that, the probit model also confirmed that age, household size, farm experience, they are negatively and significantly impact the adoption, meaning that all those factors lowers the probability of adopting climate-smart irrigation technology among smallholder maize farmers in Botswana. That implies that the older farmers with a long period, older farmers, they are always with a long period of having long period of experiences, so they are not always willing to abandon their old way of doing things and in favor of new ones. So they always stick on the traditional method of watering the crops, and they depend on dryland farming more. In contrast, gender, education, labor, access to credit leads to increase the probability of adoption among the farmers. Then the second stage of the propensity score matching model, 2 balance group was created using the propensity score, and based on the propensity score using the matching model, kernel matching, nearest neighbor matching, and a radius matching. After that, the study performed matching effect analysis using balancing test, common support, and k-density plot, and a histogram. And that is to see the effect of matching on adopted and non-adopted farm holders in Botswana. Then looking into the data table here, as you can see that the p-values of the t-statistics for all these variables after matching, it's more than 5% significance level, meaning that the matching process effectively reduced the disparities in the distribution of explanatory variables between the control and treatment groups. And even if looking into the second table, yes, you can see that this pseudo R square, it's a lower with a matched group, is that showing that the treatment and control group become more comparable now after matching, so that reduce the disparities among the treated and untreated groups. Then moving into the last stage of the propensity score matching model, after we estimated the propensity score and balance the groups using that the propensity score that we have estimated in the first stage. Then the last stage, it is to estimate the average treatment effect on treated. So the gross production in the average treatment effect, you can see that it's ranged from 650 to 2,489 per kilogram per hectare of the land for the adopted categories of the farm holder. And looking in the gross value for the adopted category, you can see that it has ranged from 1,186 to 2,944. So it clearly indicates that the adoption of climate smart irrigation technology has a significant relationship with the gross production and gross value. Gross production and gross value, for this study, we have considered as the indicator for household income, and finally it improves the welfare of the farmers. Therefore, the study I recommended some policies or the initiatives that to encourage young farmers to engage in farming activities, and the investment capacity building initiatives through regular extension services, training programs, and the formation of farmer clusters and provision of credit facilities for the farmers. Then, special attention should be given to women farmers to encourage them to participate more, and by recognizing and celebrating women farmers and their success, and to provide access to the resources and to promote women's cooperatives and networks. Acknowledgement. We would like to express our sincere gratitude to all the staff at the Ministry of Agriculture, Habrone, and all the agriculture subdistrict officers for facilitating the environment for smooth data collection by mobilizing or by gathering all the farmers at one place. Then also we extend our great appreciation to the smallholder farmers who has participated in the study. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Dhanya. That was on time and a pretty good presentation. I have a few questions here that I would like to ask you. Please, could you go to the slides where you selected your sample?
All right. Is it still visible, the slides?
It's not. It's not.
It's not. Okay, let me share again.
Yeah. My question is, how were the 271 smallholder farmers selected for this study?
All right. In Botswana, the irrigated farmers, especially those who has adopted climate smart irrigation, it is not. They were not many. Therefore, we purposefully selected these regions: central, Catling, Quening, and southern and southeast, due to their agricultural preference, and also the farmers that we have selected using a convenience sampling. Convenience sampling means yes, the irrigated is the farmers who has adopted irrigation technologies. As they were not many, we had to collect the data from who were available and who has adopted. So we use the convenience sampling method, and we have communicated with all the agricultural officers, and they communicated with the farmers. And during that time, 2024 January and 2023 December, that was the time that they have rolled out the new agricultural policies like Temole Trotro. So during that time, they had a scheduled meeting. It's called Kotla meeting. So when they were all gathered together, they invited me also to come and meet them. But most of them who has gathered there, they were dryland farmers. So the irrigated farmers, we had to go and meet them at their farms or at their home because there were not many, and also they were so disaggregated. So we had to move from one place to another. So we used basically we use convenience sampling because of these constraints.
Okay, yeah, that's good. So how did you ensure the validity and reliability of the questionnaire that you used for the study?
All right. So the questionnaire, it had pre-tested from two participants from each district. Then after that, we also used a case Mayor Oakland test, and a case Mayor Oakland test actually. It's the test score of 1 indicate that the reliability and the validity of the questionnaire, and the score of zero, it indicates that no validity or the lower level of validity for the questionnaire. But in our case, fortunately, the KMO score, it was 0.78, so that indicates the good fit or the strong validity of the questionnaire.
Yeah. So I see here that you use the propensity score matching. I understand you're using that to cater to the non-randomness in adoption of technology. So my question is, you probably could have used instrumental variables or some other methods. Why did you prioritize propensity score matching?
All right. So this data and variables, the selection bias are very high. So we can use propensity score matching model, otherwise endogenous switching regression model. So I used endogenous switching regression model for one of my another articles. So for this one, I prioritize a propensity score matching model. Anyway, propensity score matching model that we use here to accommodate the selection bias and co-founding bias.
Okay, great. And then you assessed the balance in your covariates between the matched and the between the adopters and non-adopters, right? So I just wanted to know how you did that.
All right. So we have conducted k-density plot and histogram to check whether the groups are balanced, and it was balanced. That graphs, it has showed that it was balanced. Then after that, we have also checked the common support, and common support was also agreed that the groups were the variables were, I mean, the groups were balanced based on the explanatory variable. And then after that, we have also conducted bias test, as you can see in the table here. And a pseudo R square is showing that it's a lower after we match the groups, after we estimated the propensity score. That's showing that the group is comparable. And there is no, and they also reduce the bias, co-founding bias, and attend the selection, self-selection issues.
Okay, great. I think I'll just go with one more question. So what strategies could be used based on your findings to engage youth to participate in farming and contribute to adoption of climate-smart irrigation?
All right. There is a lot of things that we can do, but I can mention very few here. The first thing, the youngster has to appreciate the farming and the adoption of technologies from the earlier age. So for that one, we need to accommodate those farming system and the climate smart irrigation technologies in the curriculum from school to university level. The second thing, we need to use the social media to celebrate the success stories and the youth contribution. Then after that, we can also develop mobile apps to give the instant information, better updates, and marketing opportunities. And also we can link the young farmers with marketing opportunities, and value, the process of value addition, and also to uh, um, also to link them with that success young farmer, other farmers, so that they will appreciate the farming, and also they will be eager to adopt the irrigation technologies in the future.
Thank you so much, Dhanya. That was an excellent presentation.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Dhanya.
Thank you.